Hi everyone, I'm Lily. I hope you're sitting in very comfortable position. Let's go.
In this gothic underground city, we all sin. If I bring a couple rounds with me, then we all win. I came back and brought the crown with me. The king's dead. Break your nexus and your neck, cause everybody's on your...
Arcane, definitely the best series of 2021. It claims to be the most beautiful animated series of all time because it's truly beautiful. But besides the beauty, there are amazing, interesting characters and exciting and touching plot with many unexpected twists and turns and often deeply emotional. And here is its own unique, charming and atmospheric world. I will clarify that the series is based on the game League of Legends, but when I started watching, I didn't even know that Arcane was made according to game and was fascinated by this universe. The plot unfolds between the cities of Piltover, a prosperous and actively progressing city, and Zan, which is literally located below and is considered a hotbed of crime and poverty. The division between rich and poor is clearly shown here, and the story begins with two sisters living in the lower city who lost their parents in a massacre and were taken in the danger one of the influential personalities of the lower city. At the same time, Dubo's personalities create a dangerous potion that summons an internal monster, and in Piltover, already brighter personalities are trying to release magic which is forbidden and combine it with technology, which is a dangerous experiment, plus higher ranks who put it under a ban. Each character with their own deeply developed character, they are remembered and for their not simple relationship and disagreement to absorb one pleasure. There is no clear understanding of good and evil, all very controversial, and it is difficult to say what the solution will be true. This is a very multifaceted picture. You can describe this masterpiece for a long time. It is clear that the series was made with great love and it's created for 6 whole years. This is a major league series that I'm sure it will stay on the cult list.
Die Frage ist nicht, wer die Kinder entführt hat, sondern wann.
Darkness, a German series about the new idea of time travel that has already become a cult classic. It starts as a classic European dark detective story where two children go missing in a small town. This series takes place in different time periods, and during 3 seasons many events will be shown from different angles. Every detail is important here for a general understanding of the picture. This series is worked out very carefully. The Germans approached its creation scrupulously. The narrative doesn't sag for a minute and everything has a consequence. The series has a strong atmosphere and draws you in from the first episodes, which is impossible to put down. This gloomy world immerses you completely and you don't want to part with it. It intrigues, delights, and disturbs. All actors are in their places and each character is given time to fully open up in order to understand his motives and experiences. Time travel is shown here more scientifically. Point of view, and it turned out very confusing. All this interweaving of plots, heroes. I'm sure fans of TV shows, puzzles and detective stories will be especially interesting. The coolest and non-standard series about superheroes of recent years, very tough and brutal. This is the case when even those who don't like pictures about superheroes, this one has every chance to like it. The series makes fun of the theme of superheroes, but does it seriously. You will believe that it's happening, and here the superheroes are not as kind as in Marvel, but the other side of the personality is showing more their hypocrisy and many different vices. The main character here is the most ordinary person who loses a girl due to the accident of a super, as he calls superheroes here. series begins with this, and then the main character falls into the company of serious boys, also without any superpowers, and despite this they decide to confront the superheroes and show their true insides. The series stands out with cool charismatic characters. I will especially single out the brutal Batch and the brilliant Homelander. Each episode is filled with action. It is like an adrenaline attraction in which there is a lot of violences, obscenity and black humor. And he will definitely not give you a chance to be sad.
Money is, at its essence, that measure of a man's choices.
What you do today for our family.
Ozark, a thriller in the style of the legendary Breaking Bad. There are also many strong emotional plot twists, sometimes to the point of goosebumps. This story begins with Marty Bird, very cool, a financier who professionally knows how to launder money, and that is the only reason the local drug lord leaves him alive. Of course, his masterful ability to negotiate also helps. According to the plot, the company in which Marty works flies for huge money in front of the drug cartel, and only Marty is left alive, who will have to launder money for them in the town of the Ozarks. Otherwise, he and his entire family, wife and 2 children will be killed. Ozark is not too simple. Here the main character will meet other criminal personalities with whom it will be difficult to establish relations, and he is drawn into more and more difficult circumstances, into which his whole family gradually begins to be drawn. The relationship gets more and more tense. Over time, the FBI and politicians get involved and things get bigger. Almost everyone plays excellently, especially Martin, 20 and Ruth are especially distinguished by charisma representatives. Drug cartel in the 4th season of Dell, and in the 4th, Javi is the nephew of the head of the drug cartel, Omar Navarro. The plot intrigues all seasons and not one sag but only increases in the plot. Definitely one of the top crime dramas of recent years. Love, Death and Robots. Some series can complete in the beauty of drawing with another masterpiece in the Arcane top here. Each episode tells its own fascinating story of the future by analogy with the cool TV series Black Mirror. Almost every episode is amazing in its own way with a good story idea. Which one will be remembered more visually, which one is the plot or dialogues, and who is the atmosphere and unexpected storytelling and even humor. These series are very diverse and unique. There are fictional worlds, far and near space, stylish high-tech and horror, people and robots, as well as creatures like vampires, werewolves and blah blah blah. And there are miniature tapes that are deep in meaning. In general, each series is interesting in its own way. I think one of the best animated series of all time. Write in the comments how you like this selection and write your favorite series that you consider a masterpiece. I also will be very grateful and remind you about the subscription, and if you put a like, it will be as a gift from you. I will be grateful for support. Yeah, bye everyone.